All right.
Episode 14. Yo, these episodes are almost getting old enough to fuck, eh?
Especially for Tekashi 6ix9ine.
No. Yo.
Our first sponsor today, Stoli Vodka.
Stoli.
You know?
This guy's drinking 2 drinks. I'm fucking just drinking ginger ale.
With Jameson.
Yo, you gonna tell my secrets? Shit, son.
They didn't pay for advertising, so.
They didn't cut the check last time. So we got limes. Definitely limes are a sponsor.
Limes are a sponsor. Shout out to Limes.
Bic lighters. They have to be a sponsor every time. Yo. And some white cheese.
White cheese.
I got white cheese.
It smells like cheese. That's that Swiss.
Swiss beats. Swiss weed.
Woo! Get 'em.
Woo! Yo, and that's for our sponsors. We don't got too many checks being cut right now. You know.
Cut us a check.
Damn, I'm broke.
Cut us a check.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with yeah. What did letter O say to letter Q? Dude, your dick's hanging out. Took you a minute on that one, eh? Yeah. So, Pornhub, these motherfuckers.
It's a sad day in the porn world.
Sad day. Talk to them.
They're removing deepfake videos, which is the videos where people digitally put other people's faces on the porn stars. So like,
so they're gonna
typically like celebrities.
So they're gonna delete all my videos.
Yeah.
Cause I just downloaded pornos and I edited it with my face.
With your
on
face.
It.
And I seen that one you did that was a real Eddie G porno where you put J-Lo's face on the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like you didn't want to see her face. She had no teeth or anything. Like fucking.
She was hanging outside the Super Mario meth house.
Right.
Sleeping in the snow. You skated over her and you're like, arr! Hold up, I'm gonna go check that ting.
When I was leaving the club, and there was nobody else in the club, and like fucking, I was one of the last people out. She was still standing outside, so I was like, "Hey,
that's a winner.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I know this is just you out here and me. You want to hang out? Want to shoot a porno?"
And like, I already had a boner because like, I was like, "Well, let's get it in." So yo, Pornhub, like, why would you be deleting these videos? I'm like, man, it's pure entertainment. Like, it's fucking awesomeness. Like,
probably by request of like enough important celebrities, I would think over time. Maybe they're just like, all right, we have to can this shit.
Like, I knew it wasn't J-Lo, but like, in that moment, I didn't believe it.
Could you imagine?
I believed it was her.
Could you imagine your job though was to be like the screening person for Pornhub? Like, you know, all the amateur and like local like you know homemade videos people make. Like if you had to screen everything and make sure like, you know, the content was good to go on the site or whatever.
Yo, we're on episode 14 now. Episode 20. We shouldn't even put it on YouTube. We should fucking put it on Pornhub and just sit here naked and do the podcast.
They already got naked news.
What?
They already got naked news.
But like...
And it'd be kind of gay.
Yeah, true.
I don't know, unless you don't get mad after. Shout outs to C-Rack.
Like, yeah, I'd just be looking at the screen and like, the reflection would show me, like, I wouldn't have to look directly at it. I'd just see it from the reflection of the screen and I'd be like, hey. Let's keep this podcast going on. It would probably be our longest podcast because I just keep on coming up with new topics so I can just stare at your junk. Pause.
You didn't even see it though, because it's so small.
Yeah, the struggles of having a small dick, eh?
Do the people know?
Like, I pee on my balls.
When it's so small that you have to stand, like, outside of the bathroom because it, like, shoots up like that.
Yeah, I won't wear track pants because, like women can tell, like, they're like, oh shit, there's no balls there whatsoever.
There's no ting.
I'm a strictly jeans. I cannot wear track pants.
I'll be rolling around with like a jock strap with 5 pairs of socks underneath of it. Just to like make that bulge.
I just keep a sock on it all the time because it's just soft on it.
Because it makes you think of Anthony Kiedis.
Yeah, put me on game. What is this?
He's the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
And they used to go on stage with just socks on their dicks and perform.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that tonight.
Oh shit.
So yeah, the struggles of having a small dick is like...
About to smoke some Swiss cheese.
Man, like... I think women just know. Because then like, they're like, hey, you're funny, you have good jokes. But we ain't gonna fuck you because we know you got a small dick. It's like... It's like, I can tell when a girl looks in my eyes. When a girl looks in my eyes, right after that, she knows I have a small dick. She's like, I'm gonna look in his eyes.
She looks into the doors of your soul and it's like...
Yeah. and they can tell the sadness of like, and they're like, there's only one way he can be that sad, and that's how
he must have a small dick.
Yeah, a small dick. Like, when I jerk off to socks, I use ankle socks.
I used puppy slippers.
Puppy slippers?
Speaking to the subject of, big and small dicks.
Whoa, pause.
The biggest... Pause. The most...
We should have said pause a whole bunch of times. Alright.
The biggest thing that gives it away, I think, usually, is if you're willing to joke about having a small dick, you probably don't have that small of a dick. And if you're willing, and if you're the type of person who's always talking about how big your dick is, your dick's probably tiny.
I cannot confirm this because
compensation.
I've never been like a guy sit there and be like, "Yo, I have a big dick," and I'm like, prove it. I've never said that until now. So
until now,
I'm going to prove it.
Okay, yo, pause. Pause. If the top of the spoon can cover your whole dick,
I bet the ladies
then it's
seeing this though, their moisture got real because my belly was all over the camera.
True.
My belly, like...
Yo, we could have a competition.
If you rub my belly, you get 3 wishes.
We could have a competition. We could each get erect, like we could do it like maybe in the bathroom or something so it's not weird, like do it separate.
This is already weird, alright.
And then put this on the tip of the dick, and whoever can hold it on there longer wins the competition for having the longest and strongest dick.
My shit is strong though. I work it out all the time.
So it's like tiny but strong?
Yeah, I work it out all the time.
Okay, so it's like...
Like, you know how like...
it's like a black cat.
Like the girls do the Kegel exercises or whatever? I lift shit with my dick.
Bro, do you even lift?
Right? I'm like this, but like you see the muscle definition in my dick.
You're trying to win the world record for a strongman competition.
Because like it's not long, so I figure if I work it out, it'll get thick. So
at least if it's not long,
at least I have girth.
It doesn't like.
At least I have girth.
It's probably easier to lift shit with it because it's not like
flapping around.
No, the gravity proportion. You know how like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's closer to your body. It's closer to your.
Mine doesn't even go down. It just tips up a little bit.
It's like the head of a teacup.
Right.
Pause. Enough dick talk. Enough dick talk.
Okay.
Let's talk about something a little more.
So getting back on self-love. Oh yeah, no dick talk. All right, no dick talk.
Well, speaking of dicks, what about Trudeau?
Yeah. fucking we can't manually do anything anymore. We have to fucking put everything in auto because we can't manually do it because then it'd be called peopling.
Yeah, peopling and
or personing.
So like, I don't know, what extent does it go to? Like in 5 years, are we gonna be saying like, you know, when like will you not be able to call a woman anymore because it's
I'll probably shot
Is it
myself
gonna
in
be
the
like
head
a what people? What people?
The way the
What person?
The way the Earth's going, like I probably.
And a man will just be a person. I don't get what I don't understand.
A wool person or a
wool person or a person.
No, because then like that's still like because then you gotta add something on because they're all like that's not right. That's not.
Well, at the end of the day,
that's not the feminist movement.
It is a man's world. You know what I mean?
It's a man's world.
So I do get.
But it wouldn't be nothing
without a woman. So I get the argument, like totally 100%, and I agree with it. But at the end of the day, what I think
he's just an idiot.
What I think it needs to be remembered is that women are better than men. You know what I mean?
They are.
So, like I know it is a man's world, right? Don't get me wrong, like in that, you know. So that part of the argument, like I said, I understand. But like at the end of the day, women are better than men. So like you know,
women have taste.
Why do you want to be equal on par with a big furry piece of shit that smells like fucking balls?
Right. And I'm saying, like we have that, and then they smell nice. They got nice curves. Like they're.
Put it this way, women
there's plenty of
generally are attracted to other women.
Yeah.
Men generally aren't attracted to other men unless they're gay.
Right.
Or bi, or a whatever person. I don't even know what the proper way to word anything is anymore. But like, women are just beautiful creatures, you know what I mean? They carry life in them. They like, you know, so I don't know.
The only men that I'm attracted to are the ones that did the Facebook change where it says how you look like a woman. Like some of my friends, I was like, yo, dude, you look pretty hot. Like
you're trying to hit it. Like you might drink a little too much Jameson and
then somebody was trying to holler at me. Somebody was trying to holler at the female me, and I was like, that's funny. And then I thought about it, I'd knock it down too. I looked at the female me and I was like, yeah, I'd knock it down.
So if you guys were twins, you would be hitting your sister?
Yeah.
Damn. You heard that shit first. You know what I mean? I can't make that shit up.
Yeah. Shit, I'm trying to run out of the camera now.
Damn. So like...
But we're not really related.
Would you lick her butt?
Yeah. This is kind of getting weird. Like, it's like, because I just met her, right? I didn't grow up with her.
Yeah. So it's like finding out you had like a long lost twin. And then you meet her and you think she's hot. And then you want to smash.
Yeah, that's alright. But if you grew up with her...
So would you let her lick your butt?
Yeah.
So, would you lick her butt?
I would take her to Timmy's. I'd take her to Timmy's and we would get a fucking roll up the rim. You know what that means?
And then you could roll up her rim with your tongue.
We would roll up and she would lick my rim.
Or you could lick her rim.
At the same time.
So like 69ing butts.
Yes.
But that doesn't really make sense. Unless she's hella flexible. And a little taller than you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really figured this one out. But I figure like once we're in the position, we can figure it out. Like we move it around.
Just play a game of Twister with your sister.
Yeah. As long as I didn't grow up with her, you know, if I just met her.
It's not incest if you didn't know she was your sister.
Right.
Alright. I get it.
That's why, like, I don't know, I'm scared around Brantford. Because I guess, like, I have some cousins that I don't know who they are. So, like, native girls I'm, like, super nervous around because it's that side.
You have native cousins?
I have native cousins that I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I asked, who's your grandma?
Instead of asking who's your daddy, it's like, yeah, yo, girl, who's your grandma?
Who's your grandma?
Like, actually, I'm going to need an Ancestry.com profile because I need to know if you were related to me in any means.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have an Ancestry.com account? I already actually conveniently have it set up on my phone for you to just make a profile right now. I've already paid for the year's deposit. All you have to do is just fill in your information. Here you go, babe.
Yo, that's like, you hear about what, the Kevin Gates? What he said about when he slept with his cousin?
He slept with his cousin?
Yeah. But he didn't know it was his cousin? It was his first cousin or something like that.
Like Cameron when he said he slept with his aunt?
But like, yo, you can catch like Kevin Gates on, I think it's on Vlad, when he says like, he's like, yo, I didn't know it was my cousin, me and this girl just started messing around. He's like, I took her in the family and then found out. And then he's like, I kept on fucking her because, like, we were already having a good time. That's what he said, yo, check like, he said this on Mad interviews. It's hilarious. Kevin Gates for president.
He's from the South, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, word.
Kevin Gates for president.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not anything worse than Trump. Trump would fuck his own daughter, he said.
Yo, Trump, get the fuck out of here with that. Like, yeah, Quincy Jones don't like you either, but we're gonna get into that later. Yeah.
There's actually, did you know, like, some interesting points about Trump? Like, did you know he doesn't actually own, like, 95% of the buildings that you see his name on? He leases his name out to other companies and developers. So, like, most of the buildings you see, aside from, like, a few, like, are actual, like, Trump, like, real estate projects. Like, most of them are, like, other people's, and they just
places, I think, like,
pay him a royalty to use his name.
I think most of the ones in New York he owns, because, like, he owns... Like,
no, he doesn't. Even Trump Tower in New York, he only owns, I think, like, 30% of.
But, like...
most of it's owned by other corporations.
I'm not sure, like, this is, like, way before he was president, like, years before. Like, I'm saying, like, maybe 5 years before he was president, I was hearing about, like, I was watching a thing on land that people own, and the most expensive land in the world is Manhattan for square foot or whatever like that, and Trump owned like a fucking shit ton of that. It's fucked up.
Well, firstly, I would say the Vatican.
I don't know, like the Manhattan, like so much money goes.
Yeah, but per square foot, like
a world of money that goes through that area, like.
I don't know, the Vatican though.
I don't know, but like I've seen.
Like Manhattan, probably as far as like.
This is like super years ago, so I don't know.
As far as like a city goes, I would say probably Manhattan.
Yeah.
But I would say like square mileage, like if I'm not mistaken.
Because even there they kind of like per like square fucking foot or
square foot. But that's what I mean. I'm pretty sure. No, the information I know might be old as well, but if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I read years ago that the Vatican is the richest place on the planet per square foot, like the whole like block or whatever, because like the underground archives they have of different stuff, and the black is hot. That's a good topic. What do you like more, pre the Carter Lil Wayne or post the Carter?
Pre.
Same. A lot of people will say post.
I'm way pre.
The old Cash Money shit was banging.
I love that shit. Manny Fresh. He was the reason.
He does not get the credit he deserves.
Man, he is such a fucking animal on that shit. Like, yeah, some of the shit's like, even that Juvenile first album was fire. Like some of the beats on that shit. That 400 Degrees.
Well, that's not his first album. I think he had Soldier Eggs before that.
Okay. Yeah.
There's Soldier Eggs, 400 Degrees.
And then it was
the G Code.
400 Degrees was his big one.
Was second. Yeah, that was his first big one. Soldier Eggs was on there, still independent.
Okay, and I think
then they signed the deal.
400 Degrees was their first one after the deal.
Yeah. And it might have been their first release after the deal, or BG might have came first. But I think they wanted to market BG first, but he was either in jail or he wasn't ready because of like his
I'm pretty
addiction.
sure 400 Degrees came out before BG.
Okay, yeah.
But it was like right after that. It wasn't shortly after that. Like right after.
Yeah.
Like because Back That Ass Up was
the joint, and then
Bling came.
Bling. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
BG had some dope joints, man.
But you think all those projects, it was all Mini Fresh.
Cash Money is an Army and Navy.
All that shit was all Mini Fresh.
All of it, front to back. That shit was crazy, man. Manny Fresh does not get the props he deserves in hip hop. Like,
no. Well, like to some of us, he does. Some of us, no. It's kind of like, yeah, like we were talking about the Ja Rule thing. If people didn't know to a certain point, it's like
Ja Rule was
almost like certain people in history rocked that time like super hard, but then like maybe their shit didn't transcend to like later. Like people going back to the catalog a lot.
Yeah.
Because then like if you look at like yeah, because like some people will always go back to like Tupac and Biggie and shit.
Well, no, actually, and you make a good point, because the thing is, the artists you search catalogs of are those like artists who, like, you know how like every like 5-10 years there would be like one artist you discover who you may have already known in the past but didn't realize he was as good as he was, or like someone new, and then you're just like, yo, and the guy just connects with you and their shit like next level dope. You know what I mean? And then you go and you check their whole catalog, right? Because you're like, I want more of this person's music.
Yeah.
I think you only really get like the really, you know, in-depth, intellectual, lyrical, like people who surprise you. You know what I mean? Who still make art with music, but they make it and to where it captivates you. Those are the people you always go back and catalog.
I find that even like I even find like certain people like just have like a stamp on that time, and like that's it.
Yeah, I agree. Because I think that's the content, though, the quality of the content, right? And not taking anything away from Juvenile or anybody, you know what I mean? Like, because they're dope for what they are, but like, if you put it on par with something else, like who's someone else who would have came out in like 98, you know?
98 would have been like Big Pun.
DMX.
Big Pun.
DMX, I mean,
DMX.
He's fallen off, obviously, but I mean, like...
The first like 4 albums?
Catalog value, you'd go back and peep that catalog.
A lot of people say 3, but to me 4. The Great Depression was still...
Great Depression was fire.
Yeah.
And,
I love that.
Yeah. People who don't like that album are bugging. That album's fire.
A lot of people say 3, but I say 4.
What, up until and then there was X?
And then there was X was, third album.
Honestly, like...
I've heard a lot of people say that.
I think the first album, it's Dark and Hell is Hot.
Yeah.
Like, that might be the worst out of those 4 we just named.
No,
it's dope. Like, it has Rough Riders Anthem. It has Get At Me Dog.
If I were gonna rank those 4, I would say Flesh My Flesh is my least favorite of those first 4.
See, that's the only album I've never owned out of the 4. Yeah, but I know some of the joints off it, so I know.
It has Slippin'.
Yeah, Slippin', and it came out the same year as.
Yeah, but like that's my least favorite, and then I would go The Great Depression, and then I'd go, and then there's X, and then my favorite is.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot?
Yeah.
Really?
I love that album.
I don't know, man. I bought it like a month ago, and I hadn't listened to it since I was like a kid. And I'm like, some of these songs are actually kind of garbage. Like,
I don't think so, man. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a few songs on there that were kind of hard to listen to. It was like the first or second track. Like, I'm pretty sure you listen to the album, then like Rough Riders Anthem is like song 2, right? And then...
Yeah.
And then like the song that's after Rough Riders Anthem, I'm pretty sure, was the one where it's like, I don't know, it's just like the contrast is so like the one song's so dope and then the next song is just so like mediocre. I don't know, like I said, it was like, I got the actual hard copy here, I can grab it.
I was gonna say I got the whole album on my
phone. So you can track list check, but, because I could be talking incorrectly the way I'm fucking with D, yeah.
I got it right here.
Yeah, fucking with D, like, the tracks, that was alright.
That's why we got it at the same time, man. But,
Damien is fire, like.
Look Through My Eyes? I love that song.
Yeah.
Get At Me Dog, Let Me Fly. X is Coming is probably one of my least favorite.
I Can Feel It's cool.
Yeah. Crime Story is dope. It's like that weird beat. Stop Being Greedy. Stop Being Greedy is fucking...
Okay, yeah, you got a point.
Crazy.
This might be the best album.
And the Convo? You know that song, The Convo?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then...
Yeah, you're right. This one might be the best.
This is my favorite. But like those first 4 are awesome. I think like probably one of my favorite songs is I Miss You off the Great Depression. because that's like
Faith Evans.
Yeah, that song like
that one's dope.
Because he talked about his grandma, but it kind of reminds me of like my grandpa. Like I'm like.
I forgot about that song. So you just said that. I used to rock that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite DMX songs. But yeah,
Great Depression, School Street's fire. What else is on there? You got fucking.
I forget that track list though. But yeah, I know it's dope. I know it has a lot of dope shit.
Yeah, like the first 5 songs are crazy. Fucking Who We Be is like one of my favorite DMX songs.
Is that the Because he has the 3 Damians, but what he skips Damien on, and then there was X.
I think so, and then it's part 3 on the Great Depression. Is it?
I think that's what it is. Because he skips it on because he does skip it, and on Flesh of My Flesh is number 2 with the Marilyn Manson. So yeah, so he does skip it on one album, so it would be skipped on.
Damien 1's the best, and then I say Damien 3's second.
Yeah.
But Damien 1 is so dope. Who did that beat? Was it Dame Grease or?
But have you listened to all 3 of them in a row?
It's probably not for a long time. Yeah, it was Dame Grease who did Damien.
Yeah.
Dame Grease is another guy who doesn't get the props he deserves. He's produced a lot of dope records.
Yeah. So we just one of my big. It's funny how like I put it on my phone and you wrote the hard copy at like almost at the same time.
Yeah.
Get this.
It's just fire. Where we call the cops the A-team because they hide by the bends and spray things, and life expectancy's so low we making our wills at 18.
We're just doing some Jay-Z geeking out and getting a little bit more drunk, but we're back for the second part of the podcast. We're gonna talk about this crazy shit.
The legend.
Quincy
Jones.
Yo, who's more legendary than Quincy?
Actually, in music, probably nobody. And we're going live right now for this. By the way.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I don't know. I'm gonna act like I don't know, but I'm gonna act like this is on because this is real.
We going live. We going live.
Cause yo,
you don't want to play because we going live.
Because people on this one are gonna watch it in Israel.
Woo!
You know. So yeah, Quincy Jones, the legend. He's 84. He's about to turn 85. And did this crazy. What was the? I forget. Vader.
Say what?
What was the interview platform that he did this article on?
That's actually a good question. I don't even actually remember, to be honest with you.
I forget. I remember knowing it long enough to know where to go to get it. And once I got it, I forgot.
I read it in an article, and it was a different, like it was a source that like I don't really read shit from a lot.
Yeah,
like, I actually almost questioned it being satire at first.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't geek about it.
Then I heard about people saying.
Yeah, then I heard a lot of other media outlets picking it up. Yeah. And that's when I realized that like.
Oh shit! Like Quincy's wild.
Like, yeah, Quincy's wild.
And yo, like we're both two-faced. We're like half-faced in here. So,
half-faced. So, shout out Facebook Live, by the way. You know what I'm saying? We're filming the No Condom podcast right now, episode 14. But we can't interrupt the podcast any more than that. Sorry.
So yeah.
Yo, baby, can you grab me a pop, please?
What?
Pop or
soda beverage.
Soda beverage. Aaron Stone, yo, what's up?
Yeah, you can hear.
What's up, my dude?
Yeah, you can hear the cat.
You can hear the cat right now getting moisted up. Yeah. So my cat's in heat right now. If you shh. And she stops when we go silent, but it's like Cartman's cat in South Park, basically.
Yeah, so like when he goes to sleep, he's gonna.
Thank you.
He's gonna leave the cat out here, and I'm gonna be sleeping on the couch.
And Eddie said he's gonna deal with my cat.
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, back to the podcast. Sorry for the podcast watchers. We're live right now. And to the Facebook people, I'm sorry. Now you gotta watch the podcast. Aaron was good, my man. We met him in Atlanta. Incredible piano player, singer. We had like a jam session on the street in Atlanta with him.
So Quincy Jones. One of the early things he said in the thing, he starts off with Michael Jackson stealing songs.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson stealing. And
like, wow. Like,
he called him maniacal. He said Michael Jackson was maniacal.
Yeah, he was like, he's super greedy. He wants it all. So he just steal these songs. And then like a guy that played a part on his song, Quincy's like, he should have got 10%.
And Michael wouldn't give it to him.
Michael's like, nah, fam.
But you know what? As far as music goes...
There's my girl for tonight.
Can you hear that? You hear this cat in heat?
There's my girl for tonight.
She's ready for you.
Yeah, she's gonna... Eddie's gonna fuck my cat.
Uh-oh. Okay, there's not.
As long as she doesn't produce like Eddie G cat babies, I'm good. Or else you gotta adopt them.
Grandparents or aunts and uncles?
You gotta adopt them if that happens.
Okay.
Like all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain that to nobody. Like I got these like
I'll put my kids up for adoption.
Just give them to like Professor Xavier's School for the Mutants or something. But either way,
actually, might just keep them like fucking because nobody else has that shit. Yo, we're on to something here.
Oh man. But so yeah, Michael Jackson, the Quincy Jones interview. That shit was super interesting.
Yeah, it's like you didn't really fuck with Mike. Like I don't know, like.
I know, he almost seems like that, eh?
He's like,
you know what? Something probably went sour because like Quincy Jones worked with Michael for years.
He made classics.
And then Michael eventually in the 90s like started producing his own shit and doing everything, like trying to do everything himself. So I bet you there's something that kind of like went sour. Maybe not worth addressing, but like, I don't know. Like, no disrespect to Quincy Jones because he's a fucking legend. He's the greatest producer of all time, I'd probably say. But, like, without those Michael Jackson albums in your catalog, like, it's almost questionable.
And one thing I forgot to write down here, which is like a key, I should have had it in here, but I remember it now, is, so, Michael Jackson told Quincy Jones, when they had there was a tribute show, James Brown brought out Michael Jackson and Prince, and had Michael Jackson perform, and then Prince came out, delayed, and then apparently it was a great performance for Michael, but it wasn't a great performance for Prince, and Prince was pissed off because Michael had footage of it, and he said, if you put that shit out, I'll kill you.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he say this in the interview?
Yeah.
So I must have read like a transcript version of it. Like I must not have seen everything.
Yeah.
I must have got the key points, but like, cause I had no idea about that.
So he said that, and then apparently Prince was telling his driver didn't do it, but like he was telling his driver to run over Michael.
Well, leave it to Quincy to talk about two dead people in like that light, though.
Yeah, like that's a man. Like we need to have that story on the Chappelle Show. We need to bring the Chappelle Show back. Well, have that story on the Chappelle Show.
The thing is, like,
right? Because that's just crazy. Like,
see, I don't even want to question Quincy Jones's credibility because of
he is 85 though, and like he might not like he is like.
Well, this is a conversation I was having at work today, but like, my manager at one of my jobs was like, he's at that age. She's like, like when my grandpa was that old, she's like, he was saying a bunch of crazy stuff. Like he started to go senile. She's like, so like, she's like, I didn't know exactly what to take and to leave believing from the whole interview, and I was kind of like,
but there was like a Michael Jackson and
I would like to believe it all.
I get it.
Yeah, there's definitely a Michael.
But I'm not sure if it was like to that extreme.
No, it was probably nothing near that extreme. Yo, this cat is literally about to fucking gush waterfalls. She will not shut the fuck up. She's like sitting here with her back disconnected right now, about to fucking bust loads on shit.
Yeah, so then when Michael Jackson did the bleaching of the skin and the plastic surgery was people have been known this for a while.
Yeah. Well, he even writes about it in his book.
He said his dad always said he was ugly and shit like that. Oh shit. You just gotta fucking...
Just let a blunt thing,
You just got blunts lying around, have one, like... You both like that.
I usually pre-roll like 5 blunts at once and leave them in the ashtray. So
yeah, so like you gotta think Michael Jackson, man. He's been famous since he was 5.
Yeah.
Like we can't even fathom to like what his life is like.
No, like.
And then for his dad to be like he was ugly, I tell him he's ugly, like Like my parents told me I was a fucking shithead, but they never told me I was ugly.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that's mean. But like on top of that too, like I read Michael Jackson's biography. Like he talks about those early recording sessions. Like his earliest memory as a kid is being in a studio, recording a song, looking out the window, seeing kids playing on a jungle gym, and just wishing he could be out there with them playing.
Right.
Like that was his earliest recollection of life.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So like that goes to show. But
none of us can ever compare to what Michael Jackson went through in his life, because unless you're that big that early, you know.
Michael Jackson, greatest performer, artist, entertainer of all time. And maybe he did steal a few songs, but the thing with that is, you know, when they did Off the Wall, which to me, I personally think is better than Thriller. Some people might kill me for that, but when they did Off the Wall, most of those songs are written by other people.
There is that debate. I wouldn't say like everybody would kill you on that, but like, because there is like quite a few people that say it. I really don't know. I haven't really listened to it enough. Enough.
Personally, my favorite album is Bad.
LL Cool J?
No. Okay. I'm Bad by LL Cool J. It's dope, but Michael Jackson's Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, Aaron, what's up? Hands down. Bad? Yeah. Because every song, I mean, all 3 albums are listenable front to back, but Bad, like every song is just incredible, man. Like it starts with Bad, then it goes into The Way You Make Me Feel, then Speed Demon, which Speed Demon when I was younger was one of my favorites, and now as I get older it's one of my least favorites because I'm like, what's this song really even mean? Like it's just kind of silly. But like, just that album, it's what, 10 songs? I think the vinyl has 10 songs, I think, and the CD has 11. You don't get Just Leave Me Alone on the vinyl, which sucks because that's one of my favorites.
Okay.
But Bad Michael Jackson, man.
Wasn't Bad Michael Jackson White Michael Jackson?
That's when he first started transforming.
Oh, isn't that when he was bad?
Yeah, like
I'm trolling right now.
Yeah. But what you're saying,
I see that look on your face. I was like, I better tell him I'm trolling right now.
What you're saying isn't actually totally incorrect either, though, because it is when he started to make the transformation.
Okay.
So your trolling was actually kind of like factual.
Boom, 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 boom.
But yeah, man, you got Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Speed Demon, Liberian Girl, Just Good Friends with Stevie Wonder, Another Part of Me, Man in the Mirror, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Dirty Diana, Smooth Criminal, and then on the CD, you get Just Leave Me Alone. Like, it's a masterpiece, front to back.
Yeah,
it's his most slept on album as a solo artist, I think, and probably his greatest piece of work. But, long story short, I don't even think Quincy Jones produced the album, but I think there's a lot of songs produced by Michael on here. So this might even be like around the era where they
started splitting?
Or maybe this whole no, you know what, maybe this album is all produced by Quincy. Maybe Dangerous was the first step on his own.
Okay.
Co-produced by Michael, so they did it together.
So getting back to, we could do a whole episode on Michael, but we're getting back to Quincy.
We could, but yeah.
So,
I don't know, I just think the stealing song argument is like, you know, like that, I don't know, it's just kind of soft. Like, as far as like stealing music goes.
Yeah.
Like, Drake is allowed to take that because he claims to be a top tier MC. But if other people might be penning your stuff, then there's no saying who penned what. And that's why people who try to put Kanye in the category of top tier MCs, I disagree. Because though Kanye spit some fire shit on some fire songs and all that, like, there's so many collaborators who help write songs with him that you never know what's his.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like, I've heard people say that, like, when they're the top favorite rappers, you say Dre.
Dre?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because Dre never wrote anything he rapped.
I've heard people say that, but like what he raps though, like the way he raps those lyrics though, pretty dope. He makes it sound fucking dope on that shit.
Dre's got amazing microphone presence.
Yeah.
Like, Dre just has a dope swag to him, you know what I mean? But, like, so, and that's why anyone can write his lyrics and it comes out dope. Whether you have someone as vicious and crazy as Eminem, or you have somebody as smooth and dope on it like Jay-Z, or you got somebody like even the original Jay-Z almost to a degree, Snoop Dogg, the first laid back, cool dude.
And
DOC, fucking, like,
Ice Cube.
Look at all the people who've written for Dre, and he pulls it off always. So
I'm pretty sure. I think on the Compton thing, I think they were saying Kendrick wrote some of that.
Yeah, I could see that. And fucking, do you know who people don't get do you know what's funny too? I feel like, I mean, because Dre, I guess, kept it more gangsta, so it was always more like street, so it was always more appealing to the core hip-hop audience. But the other person who's the exact same as Dre, except, I mean, not to every degree, but for the East Coast is Puffy. And people clown on Puffy because he doesn't write his shit and all this stuff, but it's like,
I don't write
Puffy,
rhymes, I write checks.
Puffy literally is the East Coast Biggie, or not Biggie, sorry, the East Coast Dr. Dre. Now Dr. Dre produces much better records and is a way better engineer. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, Diddy basically, I don't know.
So, yeah.
His beats are pretty simple.
So let's like one thing in the article with Quincy, the guy asked him, he said, there's some things that I wish I didn't know. And he's like, and the guy's like, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
What? He's like, who killed Kennedy?
Yeah.
He's getting old. Maybe he is senile, but like, he said like, so what?
Well, he said it was Giancarlo.
Well, he said he put out Joe Kennedy. He's like, Joe Kennedy's a bad man. He's pretty much saying the mob killed Kennedy, but he's saying the mob helped get Kennedy votes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Well, that's proven, and that beat, like, that whole thing is proven.
Yeah.
The mafia possibly could have killed Kennedy, but the thing is, the way it was laid out, and like, now you can find deep conspiracies that delve into so many different things about it, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched them.
But one thing that I have actually, one opinion I've read, which is not shared amongst a large majority of Kennedy conspirators, but is actually a pretty interesting theory and actually makes a lot of sense. And there are people who are there to corroborate with certain parts of the stories, right? So maybe it's either just another conspiracy, or maybe it's closer to the truth than a lot of the mainstream stories are, and that's why it's not as popularly known or regarded, because a lot of times that's what happens, right? An overflood of false information to when something is about to leak or become popular to the masses who will interpret it a certain way, right? But an interesting theory is that actually George Bush Sr., working for the CIA, pulled the shot.
That's crazy.
Now, I'm not saying it's the truth, but there is, if you like, just look into it, and there is like, there's a number of different things that are like shady about it.
Yeah, Quincy said it around that time too. He said Marilyn Monroe's boobs weren't that nice.
Damn, I didn't even read that part. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, maybe it's true. What about Big Daddy Kane on Drink Champs? He killed the myth. The myth.
The myth.
Big Daddy Kane did not sleep with Madonna, he claims. Or Naomi Campbell.
But he said he finger banged.
Yeah, he did say he finger banged her. He did. He did say that. But
yeah, like, so Quincy said,
don't kill our myths.
Quincy said Quincy is killing myths. Like, he said, like, Marilyn Monroe's tits weren't that nice. Like, why would you do that to us?
Yeah, but then he said Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando were fucking, and he said, who else? There are other people he added in there. But then Marlon Brando, or Richard Pryor's widow came out.
Marvin Gaye?
Yeah, Marvin Gaye. But did you know that Richard Pryor's widow came out after that and admitted, like, Richard was fucking Marlon Brando, and she went on to say, like, it was the 70s. We were all so high on cocaine back when drugs were real. You would have fucked it. What'd she say? A generator or a radiator? You would have fucked a radiator and woke up in the morning and sent it flowers. But like, so she like literally confirmed, like, Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando were fucking, as well as other Hollywood stars, but like. Oh, no, Quaaludes were so good back then that you would have fucked a radiator and sent it flowers in the morning. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But so, like...
Bill Cosby really loves this coming out shit. Like, he's like, yeah, I bring up Quaaludes, like...
No, do you know what's cool, though?
Bill Cosby.
I like... Because Hollywood, since its inception, in television and stuff in the North America has always had this polished image, and like there's these legends who died in the past and they just died with these beautiful legacies, and like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, it's like
finally some of these old legacies, like even your Harvey Weinsteins, like all this stuff is finally kind of starting to come out in the light by certain people who just don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Like Quincy Jones is probably like, yo, what? I'm like, how old is he now? 89, 90?
He's 84, he's about to turn 85.
85, okay, so he's not even that close to the end of his life, but he's at the point where he's probably like, I've done
85
so much, I've done everything, like I don't even care.
How many people really make it to like 100? Like 85, like he's, and he probably knows. He probably knows. I bet you, like, you know, no, I don't even want to say that, but like he probably knows he's close.
So like, I don't know. I just think it's cool though that like these images, like if there's dirt on people, it's not like I feel everyone's dirt should be public information or anything like that, but it's just like these people get held up to such a high regard, right? And then like once you pass away and years pass and like you're just like this like historical memory legacy figure, but like we're all just people, man. We all like do dirt, we all you know have been through fucked up shit, whatever, but like a lot of these people are more fucked up than us.
Like how high does Marvin Gaye say when he's like, let's get it on?
Yeah.
Like he sounds like he's high as fuck, like.
And seeing, to me personally, like, and I don't want to disrespect nobody, but, because, like, like I say, he's my favorite artist of all time, but I think Michael Jackson, personally, was gay. Or if not gay, he was, like, extremely bisexual and more on the gay side.
I can see it. For
sure.
Yeah.
And, Quincy Jones saying what he said just almost made me think it more, because, like, I don't know, man. Who did, like, how many girlfriends did he ever have? Like, you were Michael Jackson. Like, if anyone could have been the biggest playboy in the world, like, you could have been Leonardo DiCaprio on these bitches.
Yeah.
Even crazier, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now I understand you had different upbringing, childhood, you know what I mean? He probably had different values. He thought different shit was cool.
Imagine, though, if Michael was the biggest player.
That would have been awesome. Like, imagine a player like Prince, but if it was Michael Jackson. Like, it just makes so much more sense.
Yo.
Like, almost what makes Prince so cool is that he was a player, and he was more feminine than Michael was.
Yeah.
In his music, and the way he appeared. But actually, behind closed doors, Michael was probably a lot more feminine than Prince was.
Yo. These are gems right here.
So, like...
musical gems.
I don't know. Michael Jackson's legacy would have even been that much better, I think, if he would have... But, you know,
some of the most
it's different values
some of those fucked up people, like... Make great music.
Yeah.
Like, like we were talking about, like, R. Kelly.
Put it this way.
R. Kelly makes great music.
Put it this way, yo. I don't care who you are. If you are a straight man, especially someone who believes you're ugly because your dad's told you it since you were a kid, as soon as you get poppin', and any girl in the world could be yours in a matter of that, are you not going to be a playboy?
In the magazine?
And it's not like he had a girlfriend or a wife at home or nothing, you know what I mean? Right. So, he's a single male. Now tell me. I know he fell for Elizabeth Taylor early on in his career. She, like, was, like, a mentor to him, and then he, like, I think kind of fell in love with her, and she was almost kind of like, you know, chill, little man. You know, I love you, but, like, he regarded that woman highly.
Oh,
like, almost like the way Tupac felt about, Jada Pinkett.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
He probably looked into her eyes.
You gotta watch episode 13 for you people on live to catch that reference right there.
Yeah, he probably looked into her eyes.
But, man,
so
he talked on a lot of shit. He said
Jimi Hendrix?
He said he dated Ivanka Trump.
We're gonna go Trump or Hendrix first.
What did he say about Hendrix again? Oh, that you're scared to play in a live session with his boys.
Yeah, it was like Herbie Hancock and like he said some other names.
Yeah.
He's like he was scared to play in the
jazz
session.
Musicians.
Yeah, and he said Jimi Hendrix like I haven't watched the video, but I guess it's out there. There's a video of Jimi Hendrix doing the national anthem at Woodstock, but like I guess some people really love it, but like Quincy Jones was like, he fucked that shit up.
But once again, if anybody has an ear for it, you know, Quincy's one of those people that really do. Like all of us, anybody watching the podcast, any of us, we have an actual opinion based on like people who take in music.
Right.
But from a professional mind standpoint, because you know the conversation they got into about jazz after that. Like Quincy Jones knows music. You know what I mean? Most of us know what sounds right and doesn't sound right. Blah blah blah. Have a lot of musical opinions based off like what feels right and doesn't. But Quincy Jones understands the molecular structure of music. So when he says someone's ass,
who's a better producer than Quincy Jones?
Do you know what? The only person I'll put close, and because of the way they transcended through hip hop and other genres, is Rick Rubin. He started out as the guy who was producing for LL Cool J.
Yeah.
You know, like helping manage Run DMC, producing some of their early records.
And Beastie Boys.
Yeah, but then he went on to actually produce like some of the greatest, like Johnny Hurt's album with Johnny Cash's album with Hurt and like Ain't No Grave. That's produced by Rick Rubin. Yeah. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication, by the way, those are produced by Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
Slayer, I'm pretty sure it's Slayer. The death metal band. There's
Slayer.
I'm pretty sure it's Slayer, produced by Rick Rubin. Or if it's not them, it's either way.
Yeah.
Like the stuff he has produced and his body of work,
even he has
catalog.
Country shit. I think he did like Dixie Chicks or something like that.
Like he
and they were big. I'm not really too big on their music, but they were big.
And he makes everything like, because a producer is an arranger at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
What a real producer is, like the difference from hip hop is the producer is the beat maker pretty well because they pull in everything themselves. The beat maker will, you know, if they want any live instrumentation, they generally are the ones that pull it in. Or unless it's like a super major label and you're dealing with a more underground producer, they'll pull instrumentations in. And then like Dr. Dre will put his name on the beat for credit. And really you're the guy who constructed the bones of it with the sample, but other people polished it and gave you co-production credits.
But you think it's real that Jimi Hendrix was scared?
Yeah. Because I don't think Jimi Hendrix was like... He was innovative, and the problem with being an innovative individual in a genre of music is you're always going to question yourself, no matter how hard people are fucking with you while you're alive or after you're dead. Or
you know what? Actually, like now I think about it, like he might not have had the confidence because, like I don't know, like you think about Jimi Hendrix, like people may like regard him as that high after his death. Like he might not have had the confidence when...
No, you might know you're a bad you know what I mean? It's like me, like I feel like I'm the best MC because I know everything I've ever written. I know, you know what I mean? Like I literally know every song and every pattern, like, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm, you know, though I feel like that, you're more nervous to put that energy out there. You know what I mean? Like people just, you know, like no matter how much you believe in yourself, everybody has a little has a line of where there's, you know.
So you think, that could be true.
Until you become somebody like Quincy Jones.
So the thing is like people are saying like he is old, he maybe senile, but like nobody's had a life like Quincy Jones.
No.
Nobody's had a life like that, and all these legendary people that he's talking about know how legendary he is.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. So like, he can always hold himself to a certain regard, no matter what.
So the legendary people that he's talking about, they're not looking at themselves as we look at them.
Yeah.
They're looking at like they're as
everybody has insecurities.
They're looking at themselves as a regular person, and they're looking at Quincy as like, oh shit, you done this shit, like
yeah.
You know.
Everybody has insecurities.